coordinating these flash sessions is always great fun, ensuring everybody's received the emails, they've got the template, they know how to use the template, and so on. It's generally fun, I think is the euphemism we use. It's never more so than working with Kent, where I find myself having to use a dictionary when I have any email dialogue with him. Each and every email is like a special edition of the Reader's Digest Improve Your Vocabulary page. And this year he managed to introduce a new word to me, aliquot. I don't know if anybody in here knows what that word means, but certainly sent me scurrying for the dictionary. I have no idea who uses words like that or why they would put them in an email. But Kent is one of those people, and it just compels me to want to invent a word to describe him. So here, doing his presentation, is the eruditious Kent Anderson.
Well, thank you very much. Also known as Andrew Kent from the Center for Research and Applied Phrenology. So I'm here to tell you about Social Site and also to make an announcement, so hold on for that. So Social Site is a new initiative that we're putting into pilot as soon as possible, meant to help us differentiate the quality of citations. There are more than 150 million clicks on citations, online citations a year, based on feedback from platform providers and adjusting for market share. It's inflating, and we have more citations per paper, but we have no network tool to judge the quality of this. In 2009, a researcher published a paper talking about distortions that occur in citation networks because there isn't any check on these. You can have a citation that is negative, is inflated, is distorted, and it all counts the same, and people don't check them out well. There's no way to capture that. What we get are evidence that points up higher and in the wrong places, not to the primary data. With a corrective in place, as model shows, you get back to the primary data and you get more negative citations and more correct literature. Recently, a study found that citations to Wikipedia are now becoming more common. As you can see, the acceleration from 2011, 12, and 13. So citations in the literature are not being checked for quality even at that level. So citations are important. They point to evidence, they're used to bolster arguments, they're rhetorical, they can influence reader behavior, and they're now linkable in the network age, but we still count them in the same old-fashioned way. Each citation also has its own mini-network. As this sampling from a journal shows, in some cases each citation appears in hundreds or thousands of different situations. How do those situations stack up and compare? So we've designed a new quality metric called Social Site. We have two indices that we're imagining for this, a care index, how appropriately citations are cited, are used, and what kind of quality they point to. Are they pointing to high-quality evidence or low-quality evidence? It's a simple widget that's put in place below each citation in an online reference list. You'd click on a thumbs up or thumbs down as to whether it's an appropriate citation or cites quality evidence. And then users can add a third layer as to what type of citation it is. And there I have a problem with an animation. The publishers who participate get a dashboard where they can see the articles from their journals that are most often cited inappropriately, that are rated by strength of evidence. They also get comparative in the market, how their journal is doing. And readers get a dashboard themselves where they can track the citations that they have found, and they can also get insights into the journals that they use regularly. We also think this will develop into a citation discovery tool, which is something that researchers are constantly looking for ways to find high-quality papers they haven't seen yet. One thing we did find is that even if people download the PDF in focus groups, they would go back, if a tool like this exists, go back to the HTML and rate a citation that they found to be either exceedingly good or exceedingly bad, to keep it in their dashboard and keep track of it. We also imagine an editorial tool down the road once we have enough data, where citations in pre-flight mode as a manuscript comes in can be flagged as being either this is a problematic citation because it's been used inappropriately, or it points to low-quality evidence, and more ambitiously even to authors who have been associated frequently with low-quality papers or with citation distortion and diversion, so that editors have an additional flag to point them to potentially problematic papers. Participating publishers, I'm happy to announce we have our first pilot publishers. With their permission, we have Rockefeller University Press with the Journal of Cell Biology, Journal of General Physiology, and the Journal of Experimental Medicine, and the Genetic Society of America with Genetics and G3, Genes, Genomes, and Genetics. And we have one other, we don't have quite permission to tell you who that is, but they're also a very good journal. So the pilot will start soon as the widget's installed on their sites. Participation is free. individuals, it's free. And basically, once we have enough data, we're going to sell a data set. And that's how it's going to work. So if you're interested in participating, we're running the pilot through the end of the year. We'd be happy to have you. And for pilot publishers this year, we're taking care of all the installation costs for you. So we want to continue to gather and analyze the data. We're going to be publishing any interesting findings. We'll be watching the degree of uptake. And we want to start integrating with manuscript processing systems so that some of the data can start to point